Alrighty, so this week we have Fixing Frobo and Anne-sterminator. Now, the first episode I feel is going to be a lot more chill, and then I think Anne-sterminator is going to be a little bit more plot-oriented. For Fixing Frobo, we're finally going to get, Frobo fixed, or at least presumably we're going to get Frobo fixed, since he got crushed in True Colors. So I'm glad we're actually, taking care of that now, and we'll probably meet those two mechanic girls who we saw from the intro. With Anne-sterminator, I believe the synopsis is an enemy targets Anne and the Plantars. So it's probably gonna be that robot, the robot that's been following them around ever since the new normal. So I feel that Anne's gonna use her blue powers because I think that's been teased in some of the promo art. And I think we might finally get rid of that guy for now, and then we'll see how Andiras reacts to that one of his robots is out of the picture. So those are kind of my thoughts and predictions going into these two episodes, but yeah, let's get into it. Alright, Fixing Frobo. Poor guy's been just ahead, just hanging out for the past couple weeks. Piano cat. Keyboard cat.
I fixed Frobo! Come on, check it out!
Did you? The effort was there.
Something's supposed to happen, right?
Well, at least, I was about to say, well, at least nothing blew up. Oh no! No, Mr. Boochoy! What? Why is Domino on the roof? Baby, what are you doing up there? I do like the Grunkle Stan bobblehead on the shelf there.
I know you miss him.
Who knows robots and Amphibia? Nobody. It's ancient technology. That's why. Oh no. Not the Teddy Ruxpin.
Hey, can I borrow your laptop? I don't see why not. The look on their faces was pretty funny though, huh, Frobes?
Oh, doesn't say anything. Oh no.
But don't worry.
Oh boy. Yeah, here we go. The rabbit hole of doing a late night Google search. Best angry gamers of September 2020.
In my life I'll never get. IT gals. Just two girlfriends who really love robots.
Oh. Hey, like a little over 11,000 views. That's not too shabby.
If it doesn't compute, it's time to reboot.
Oh god. Oh wow, just the whole playlist. Alright. Man, isn't YouTube great for tutorials though? You learn so much.
It is our belief.
Them?
Hello!
How's it
Wow.
going? Hi.
How'd you
My
even
name's Polly,
contact
big fan. Long story short, I have a bit of a robot.
big fan as of a couple minutes ago?
Robot? I just took some batteries out of the TV remote.
Oh no.
Yeah, some nice double A's. Oh no, I'm worried that this is gonna make Frobo all creepy and demonic.
I should get the fam.
I hate gravity.
Why? They told you not.
It gets everywhere.
Even if you're trying to prove a point because you think you're right, why would you admit that you did the thing that they said don't do? They're still gonna be mad.
Say it with me now. Yay!
Didn't I forbid you from working on him? It's way too dangerous.
You three want to leave him dead?
No.
Well, who needs you guys? Wait,
safety. We don't want more dead people. We don't want more dead things. Oh no, Mr. Boonchoy. Oh no, Mr. Boonchoy. This sweet man. My goodness.
Is that you?
Factory settings.
Polly!
Oh no.
Not recognized.
Oh no.
To make contact with headquarters.
Oh boy. Wow, they threw on their disguises real quick. Yeah, and now we plummet. Yep, here we go.
Hey, do you guys know Polly? Little kid, has a tail, built a crazy robot.
Has a tail? Oh god. Okay, yeah, my reaction exactly. Because last time they built him, they threw in the manual, the road trip manual. Oh, is it? That's gonna short circuit it? Yeah, that just crushed. Wait, how does Frobo remember that? He was dead. He got crushed. Yep, hide in that washing machine. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I'm surprised he did not go completely through the roof, destroying the house. Oh no, he is just ahead now.
Frobo!
But he's gonna be like the RC car, right? From like the poster.
This Reese's lateral and longitudinal stability? Totally.
Look at how much she's learned. Oh god.
Ain't that cute?
The backyard!
Mr. Boonchoy. I love Mr. Boonchoy so much. Oh, bless that man's heart. What a great dad. Yeah, here we go. This Cloak Bot guy. Oh yeah, he literally is like the Terminator now. He's just, it's like, I mean, he was a robot already, but you know what I mean.
Book secure.
Oh wow, you did get the book, alright. Did the robot not know that it had a bomb in its chest? Because I would have removed that, like, immediately when I was doing my repairs if I was that robot. Oh man, laundry day. Oh man, look at you, Anne. I hate folding the laundry. I don't know why, I just hate it. I like doing the dishes, I don't mind that much. But yeah, laundry, I don't know why folding laundry is like just such a chore for me.
And you have been so
Oh, look
upfront
at Mrs.
and honest with us
Boonchoy's
this whole
slippers.
time.
But you said this was the only way they'd be okay with any of this.
No, it's not.
But you're putting them in danger by not telling them.
Right now.
Great.
Okay, great.
Dad? Well, the thing is...
Oh god, let's go. Yep, there we go. Alright, well this is one way to let them find out. Just, you know, throwing them right in the deep end. Oh, and away days. Oh, no.
This is...
Oh, it can't tell the difference? Wow, you really lucked out there. And this thing is gonna be faster than a minivan.
Kinda has it out for us.
Yep, let's go over the entire lore and backstory.
Hey, no bark.
Oh no! Oh god. Oh god. Wow. The freeway is shockingly clear for LA. This is so dangerous! Why are you standing at the trunk? Why aren't you just like from the back? You need more cover. You can't just stand
the next Fumigator movie early.
like in the open.
Hang on. I'll look at traffic on that.
Yep, bring up ways.
That one is no good.
Oh man, Mr. Boonchoy. Wow. You're lucky that you did not destroy your van. This poor man. You didn't stop at the stop sign.
I hope.
Yep, block it up.
And something's happened to it. What is going on?
Now is not the time. At least we know Anne's middle name now.
You're still the same irresponsible little girl who used to cut class. When are you going to grow up? When are you going to stop getting in trouble? When and when?
I don't know, okay?
Hey.
This
I've learned
emotional
so much from you two
moment
these past few weeks. I
is gonna
finally
be
appreciate
interrupted
how much you've done
by the
for me.
robot.
I don't know. Isn't this all just too much?
I mean, yes, this is a lot, like, fair. Completely fair. We're gonna make
Hey, Mom,
some
feel like bringing
Anne
artistic skills
out
to
of
use?
trash. It's a good thing there's probably gonna be a lot of mops and basketballs in this junkyard. What are they gonna do? They're just gonna beat him with some pipes? Oh man, sledgehammer. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man, check out the leg. I honestly think taking out the leg was a lot more graphic than that. Than what Anne just did.
Surprised by that display of ferocity, Mr. Boonchoy?
No.
Man, just punt him. Wow, just punted him into orbit. Goodness. Wow, that was a big self-destruct, my goodness. A big explosion. I'm surprised they haven't asked about Sasha or Marcy. I mean, they'll probably find out now, but just, I'm surprised they didn't ask, like, immediately when Anne got there.
We'll do it together.
Yep, we're gonna
Oh,
take
the driver
down an
always gets left out of the group hug.
an evil conqueror.
You guys just imagine I'm there.
I love Mr. Boonchoy so much.
It's time to call
Oh god.
Mr. X.
Okay, and then that's when the FBI is gonna come in and start chasing them in that, like, ice cream truck. I felt this episode was gonna, you know, finally take that Cloak Bot out of the picture, and we'll see how Andreas reacts to that. Probably just gonna send more through the portal. I mean, it's willing to kill this one and just have it self-destruct if it didn't complete its goals, so. But Andreas is not gonna be happy that Anne's still around anyway, so. Oh boy. Oh man, things are getting so exciting. I mean bad. Things are gonna get bad for Anne, but it's so exciting. So continuing on with our adventures on Earth, we have Fixing Frobo and Anne-sterminator. The former focusing on Polly's development and her relationship with Frobo, and the latter dealing with Anne and her relationship with her parents. We'll first start with Fixing Frobo. We start this episode off with Anne, Sprig, and Hop Hop watching cat videos when Polly informs them that she's fixed Frobo after he, and it's a valiant effort on Polly's part to take initiative and fix Frobo herself. Out of everyone, she was the closest with him, so it makes sense and shows how much she actually cared about him given the short amount of time they have known each other. But Polly's engineering skills aren't quite up to par with ancient Amphibia tech and accidentally sets off Frobo's lasers, which then destroys Mr. Boonchoy's limited edition controller. I love that he's a gamer. Mr. Boonchoy is already such a warm and sweet father, and him loving gaming just adds to how endearing he is. Also, was he not tipped off to a robot being in the garage after the laser shot out of it? With repairs on Frobo too risky and dangerous, the rest of the group opts to wait till they get back to Amphibia for repairs. And for Anne and Sprig, this shows how both have matured and make the responsible choice. Polly, however, is too impatient to wait and continues to take matters into her own hands. After falling down the rabbit hole of late-night research on YouTube with Easter eggs of lo-fi mixes, a Game Grumps compilation, and Fortnite, Polly finds a channel called IT Gals, a channel of two girlfriends, Ally and Jess, who love robots. In a Reddit AMA, Matt hinted at LGBTQ+ rep, so this is our first canon couple in the show. Whether there is more, we'll have to wait and see, but these two were fun characters to have in this episode. Polly ends up going through the IT Gals playlist to fix up Frobo, and it actually goes over really well. With her being unsure for how to power Frobo though, she actually contacts Ally and Jess for tips and is able to resolve the issue by taking the knockoff Teddy Ruxpin's battery pack, but completely ignores the safety advice. And not only that, she decides to show off her work to Anne and the others even though they told her not to. Obviously, the reaction isn't the one Polly is looking for and is hurt that the group doesn't want to bring him back right away. Again, Frobo and Polly were the closest out of the group, so out of frustration and also a bit of spite, turns on Frobo. And Mr. Boonchoy is just having a rough time. Also, the game he seems to be playing is Vagabondia Online, an MMO of Vagabondia Chronicles, which was mentioned by Marcy before in the series. There are also some photo albums of Anne's first birthday and the Boonchoy's wedding, and also some restaurant business books. Now with Frobo booted back up, Polly is excited to see him again. However, he is reset to his default settings, meaning he is functioning like the other robots in Amphibia. Because of that, he takes off, but his thrusters still aren't completely repaired and he and Polly begin to plummet. And it's here that Polly realizes that her actions led to putting him in this situation and apologizes. Polly is usually the last one to admit she is wrong and apologize, so her doing so here is good development on her end. And when her tear slips into Frobo's wiring, it short circuits and causes him to go back to his usual self. Back in Fort in the Road, when the rulebook gets shoved into the machinery, it caused Frobo to take on the personality that he did. In order to protect Polly, Frobo places her inside the washing machine. This saves Polly, but causes Frobo to be back in pieces again, essentially right back where he was after True Colors. And Polly realizes this. Her being impatient caused Frobo to be in the state that he is currently in. Thankfully, this time around, Frobo is still able to talk and isn't completely non-functional, but Polly will have a bit more patience this time around when it comes to repairs, so she never puts Frobo in this situation again. Polly will have Ally and Jess helping her out, and based on the poster for Season 3, it looks like it'll be some sort of RC car. And oh boy, Mr. Boonchoy just can't catch a break, can he? But seriously, was he not tipped off to robots before the next episode here? But this perfectly segues to our next episode, Anne-sterminator, where the Cloak Bot has finished up repairs since the new normal. Andiras checks in and the Cloak Bot has gotten the Cynthia Coven and the Prisoner of Boca Raton as a playoff of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. However, Andiras needs the second book and not the third, but that one was sold out. Now, interestingly enough, Andrea says Olms have mercy. Since we got the whole Mother of Olms clue last episode, Olms have much more relevance to the plot now. And since Andrea says this as a phrase akin to Lord have mercy, Olms may be a very high-ranking species where they are looked at as gods. After all, they were in a lot of the temple imagery. But continuing on, Andreas gives the Cloak Bot an hour time limit to destroy Anne or self-destruct from the bomb placed inside of it, so it seeks out Anne. While the family is watching Fumigator 4, possibly a reference to Terminator, Anne is being super responsible around the house, even earning the approval of her parents by seeing her growth. Although the guilt is starting to build since Anne still hasn't come clean about everything that happened in Amphibia and the danger that everyone is in because of it. I know Anne is trying to protect her parents and the Plantars, but keeping her parents in the dark just means that they are unaware and don't know the full scale of the situation, which just makes them more vulnerable. Now, to Anne's credit, she realizes that lying is 1, putting them in danger, and 2, making her feel guilty for deceiving her parents when they are so proud of her. So she takes accountability and starts to tell them until the Cloak Bot busts through the window. You know, they say seeing is believing, so I guess we're coming to the same outcome regardless. Now everyone takes cover in Mrs. Boonchoi's workout room, which she has now turned into an Anne shrine essentially. It is kind of off-putting, but she was under the impression that her daughter ran away, and she even kept track of the days, although it seemed that she either got a late start or just stopped at some point since she only got up to 89 days. The makeshift Anns are a bit creepy, but it shows how much she cares about her. But this also leads to a bit of conflict when Anne notices the doll Anne dressed up as a doctor. Mrs. Boonchoi obviously loves her daughter, but she, along with any parent, wants to make sure that they set themselves up for success and have a good job and career. Prior to Anne's time in Amphibia, she definitely wasn't living up to her mom's expectations. Since coming back, she's definitely grown, but her parents are only seeing that now. So they still think of her as the daughter they had when she disappeared and wanted her to be more responsible and apply herself more. Add in that Anne is feeling guilty for lying, then she really doesn't feel like she is living up to their expectations. Now, the Cloak Bot can't differentiate between the Anns in the room, which will come in handy later. But for now, the group is able to escape when it mistakes one of the dolls for Anne. This leads to a chase scene in the family van with the Cloak Bot. And the banter between Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoi is great here in this entire scene. Now, something of note, when Anne fights back, she reveals herself, and the photo will be crucial going forward as the FBI will be getting involved now. The chase eventually leads the group to a junkyard, and here we learn that Anne's middle name is Savisa when her mom starts to scold her, even saying that Anne hasn't changed at all and she's still the same kid before she disappeared. But like I said before, Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoi are only seeing Anne's growth now, so any lies have a bigger impact because they don't know the full story of everything that happened in Amphibia. And even Anne admits that she doesn't know when or if she'll ever be the daughter that her mother expects. But the lie she told was to protect everyone she cares about. Anne now has to look after the Plantars, and she has a newfound respect for what her parents have done for her, and now she needs their help in order to help protect everyone. Mr. Boonchoi agrees, but Mrs. Boonchoi is a bit more hesitant because yeah, it's a lot to take in. But thanks to Anne's quick thinking and Mrs. Boonchoi's artistic skills, they are able to make some fake Anns to confuse the Cloak Bot, and this leads to the two teaming up to destroy it. Also, I really like Mr. Boonchoi not being shocked by his wife destroying a robot with a sledgehammer. However, the bomb is still set to self-destruct, but Anne is able to use her calamity powers and kick it into orbit before exploding. Anne faints again after using her power, so she is still getting used to them. Regardless, Anne said that she was going to try to avoid using these powers from now on since they feel bad, but I'm worried that every time she uses them, it pushes the possibility that something bad will happen. Back with the group though, they are driving home and Mrs. Boonchoi agrees to help the Plantars with whatever they need and actually gives them a hug. And oh my goodness, I just love Mr. Boonchoi so much, just bless this sweet man. As I mentioned before, our cliffhanger for this episode is the FBI being aware of Anne, the Plantars, and the robot and calling for the assistance of Mr. X. We know from the opening some authorities pursue the group, so this Mr. X is likely one of these characters or at the very least connected to them. But that was Fixing Frobo and Anne-sterminator. Both had good character development, specifically with Polly and Anne in each of their respective episodes. Plus, both move the plot along a bit, Frobo is at least booted up again, and now the Boonchoys are going to be fully aware of the situation, and the authorities will now be pursuing the group. With the way things are going, I'm guessing we'll be back in Amphibia soon. Andiras will likely be upping the ante with more forces since his Cloak Bot failed. Sasha is building a rebellion and Marcy still needs help. And I don't think either of those plot lines will be saved for the very end of the show. So I feel like around the mid-season we'll find a way to get back, possibly this Mother of Olms that was mentioned last episode. Either way, things are starting to build as Anne and the Plantars continue to find a way to get back to Amphibia. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you have a fantastic day, and until next time guys, take care.